Starcraft Brood War Esports returned to its home in South Korea for a battle of the ages. Queen versus Light. These two titans of the game stood face to face. Both celebrities of the Brood War scene, both equal in skill and confidence, and both had a plan to defeat the other. Fans right around the world were eager to witness the spectacular ZVT showdown, and with that, the players took their seats for game number one.
It's starting to get pretty messy here in the Terran's base. Now notice he destroyed those turrets, and this means that for the time being it's impossible for Light to leave his base again. He's going to have to use his infantry to try to fight this.
Less than 10 minutes in, Queen's notorious swarm of Mutalisks made quick work of Light. The aerial attack targeted Light's missile turrets, then his Marines. There was absolutely nothing Light could do as he conceded the first game of the series. The display of Zerg dominance was only a taste of what Queen could do. Light needed to play smarter. Neo Sylphid would be the battlefield for match number 2. A little more distance between the two players gave Light the extra time needed to mass his forces. But Queen came rushing in with Zerglings, attempting to end the match quickly. Light's Marines were outnumbered and outmatched. His SCVs were dying, he could barely tech, and Queen had a Spire well on the way for his signature Mutalisk play. One look at Queen's flying units and it was GG for the second match of the day. Light was in big trouble. What hope did he have if Queen controlled the ground and the sky? A new strategy had to be formed in match number 3. The map of Hitchhiker offered far more protection for Light's base, as well as more distance between the two players. Queen's Mutalisk mask was foiled quickly as Light's science vessels were on alert with their Irradiate upgrade. For the first time in this grand final series, Light's Marines were finally on the march. Lurkers were the answer for Queen. Their underground attacks could shred Light's forces, so he needed to tread carefully when fighting into them. Queen lost a base to a wall of siege tanks. His defenses slowly started to fall. Light had the vision he needed, backed by some serious firepower, gunning down Zerglings and irradiating Lurkers. An opening was found on Queen's Hive, and for the first time that day, Light took a win.
You rarely see a Zerg die by a push into the main, but this is a map that allows for that.
I've never even seen it here, to be honest.
It was Light's time to shine. Had the Zerg threat finally been figured out? With this newfound confidence, Light entered match 4 knowing what tricks Queen had in store for him. Straight into Mutalisks, Queen was met with missile turrets and Valkyries when trying to infiltrate Light's mineral line. But they were just a diversion for the real Zerg threat, as a horde of Queen's Hydralisks came crawling across the map. Queen transitioned into Lurkers, and Light didn't have the units to manage it. Queen had completely figured out Light. His build orders, his counters, his units, everything was on the table. Sitting at tournament point, Queen jumped straight into the Inner Coven battlefield, expanding as early as 2 minutes in. The island map and its limited ground pathways fell in complete favor of Queen, who teched towards Mutalisks as fast as humanly possible, building a third base to support them.
These units are generally considered inferior compared to the Mutalisks, but with the 3 Valkyries there, oh my god, hold on. Who's going to win this fight? I think Zerg just takes this.
Oh, I think he is going to just barely take it here. If he had a couple turrets, he might be fine, but that is probably the end of the game, the end of the match, the end of ASL Season 9.
Light's expansion was down. His air units were being picked off, and with one final attempt to dwindle Queen's numbers, Light was ultimately defeated. Queen became king that day in South Korea. king of the AfreecaTV Starleague Season 9. A royal accomplishment for the veteran of the game. Congratulations, Queen.
Thanks for watching. Hit the subscribe button to keep up to date with the amazing esport content from around the gaming globe. Only on Unbeaten Esports.